Did you know Joe Rogan, the guy who made you squirm watching people eat bugs on Fear Factor, has had one of the most fascinating career transformations in modern entertainment? He is now one of the most influential podcasters in the world, with millions tuning in to hear his thoughts on everything from science to comedy, politics to fitness. It's a wild ride, his story. From stand-up comedian to the king of long-form conversations, Rogan's journey is anything but conventional. He started his career in comedy clubs, honing his craft and making people laugh with his sharp wit and unique perspective. But it's this unconventional path that makes him so fascinating. He didn't just stick to one lane. He explored various avenues, from acting in sitcoms to commentating for the UFC. He didn't follow the typical Hollywood blueprint. Instead, he took risks and embraced opportunities that came his way, even if they seemed out of the ordinary. He carved his own way, embracing curiosity and challenging norms. His podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, became a platform where he could explore a wide range of topics, inviting guests from all walks of life to share their stories and insights. And that's what we're going to explore: the journey of Joe Rogan, a man who found his voice and a massive audience in the most unexpected of places. From the gritty stages of comedy clubs to the expansive reach of the internet, Rogan's story is a testament to the power of following one's passion and staying true to oneself. Joe Rogan's story starts in Newark, New Jersey. Born in 1967, his early life wasn't exactly a walk in the park. He had a tough childhood, marked by family struggles and a strained relationship with his father. Imagine being a young boy, searching for stability and connection. Rogan found solace in comedy and martial arts, two worlds that would later become integral parts of his identity. These early experiences, though difficult, instilled in him a resilience and a drive to find his own path. At 24, Rogan took a leap of faith. He moved to Los Angeles to pursue stand-up comedy. Can you imagine the courage that takes, leaving everything behind to chase a dream? He started out small open mic nights, comedy clubs, the grind of a young comedian trying to make it. It wasn't easy. But Rogan's raw talent and observational humor began to resonate with audiences. He was funny, relatable, and wasn't afraid to push boundaries. This was just the beginning. Rogan's career started gaining traction in the late 1990s. He landed a role on the NBC sitcom News Radio, playing the eccentric electrician Joe Gorelli. This was a turning point. Suddenly he was on national television, sharing the screen with talented actors. Then came Fear Factor. Remember that show? People facing their worst fears, eating bugs, doing crazy stunts. Rogan hosted, his dry wit and calm demeanor a stark contrast to the often chaotic challenges. It was a bizarre concept, but it became a massive hit, catapulting Rogan into mainstream consciousness. UFC and the birth of a podcast. Parallel to his television career, Rogan nurtured his passion for martial arts. He became a color commentator for the Ultimate Fighting Championship, bringing his knowledge and infectious enthusiasm to the sport. This was another pivotal moment. Rogan's passion for UFC, combined with his natural ability to connect with people, led him to start a podcast in 2009. It was a simple idea, unscripted conversations with friends and interesting people. Little did he know this podcast would change everything. The Joe Rogan Experience, a universe of conversations. The podcast, aptly named The Joe Rogan Experience, became a phenomenon. It wasn't just another podcast, it was a cultural movement that redefined how we consume long-form content. Imagine this: hours-long conversations, no time constraints, no network executives dictating the narrative. It was a space where ideas could flow freely, where guests could speak their minds without fear of being cut off or censored. Just Rogan and his guests diving deep into a wide range of topics: science, comedy, politics, conspiracy theories, you name it. Each episode was a journey, an exploration of the human experience from multiple angles. He interviewed everyone from Elon Musk to Bernie Sanders, bringing in a mix of personalities that kept the audience hooked. From Neil deGrasse Tyson to Kanye West, the diversity of his guest list was astounding. Each brought their unique perspective, making every episode a fresh experience. The podcast provided a platform for diverse voices and perspectives, often challenging conventional wisdom and encouraging critical thinking. It was a melting pot of ideas, where debates were welcomed and differing opinions were respected. It was raw, unfiltered, and wildly popular. The authenticity of the conversations resonated with millions, making it one of the most listened-to podcasts in the world. Rogan's ability to connect with his guests and his audience created a loyal following that eagerly awaited each new episode. Controversies and criticisms navigating the public eye. Rogan's success wasn't without its share of controversies. His willingness to entertain unconventional views and his sometimes off-the-cuff remarks drew criticism. He was accused of spreading misinformation and providing a platform for harmful ideologies. These criticisms sparked important conversations about the responsibility of influential figures in the age of social media. Rogan, to his credit, often acknowledged his mistakes and engaged in dialogues with those who disagreed with him. It highlighted the complexities of navigating fame and influence in the digital age. Rogan's legacy more than just a podcast host. So what is Joe Rogan's legacy? Is he just a comedian who stumbled into podcasting success, or is there something more? I think it's the latter. Rogan's impact extends beyond entertainment. He's a cultural commentator, a champion of free speech, and a relentless pursuer of knowledge. He's shown the power of authentic conversations and the importance of challenging the status quo. Love him or hate him, there's no denying his influence. What we can learn from Joe Rogan, a call to curiosity. Joe Rogan's journey is a testament to the power of curiosity. He never stopped learning, always pushing the boundaries of his knowledge and skills. He never shied away from asking questions, no matter how difficult or complex they might be. Even if they were uncomfortable or controversial, he faced them head-on, seeking the truth and understanding. And that's something we can all learn from. His approach teaches us the value of open-mindedness and relentless curiosity. In a world saturated with information and polarized opinions, it's easy to get lost in the noise. Rogan's story reminds us to embrace curiosity, to dig deeper and seek out the nuances in every topic, to engage in meaningful conversations where we listen as much as we speak, and where we value diverse perspectives, and to never stop exploring the world around us. Whether it's through books, travel, or conversations, there's always something new to learn. What are your thoughts on Joe Rogan's journey and his impact? How has his curiosity inspired you in your own life? What resonates with you the most? Is it his fearless questioning, his diverse interests, or his ability to connect with people from all walks of life? Joe Rogan's groundbreaking Spotify deal marked a significant milestone in his career. In 2020, he signed an exclusive licensing agreement with Spotify, reportedly worth $100 million. This deal not only solidified his status as a podcasting giant, but also highlighted the growing influence and profitability of the podcasting industry. Pause 2S. The move to Spotify allowed Rogan to reach an even wider audience while maintaining creative control over his content. In an era where digital media is constantly evolving, this deal was a game changer. It showed that podcasts could be just as influential and lucrative as traditional media forms. Pause 2S. This chapter delves into the details of the deal, its impact on the podcasting world, and what it means for the future of digital media. For many, Rogan's move to Spotify represents a new era of possibilities, where content creators can thrive independently, reaching global audiences without compromising their vision. Pause 2S. As we look ahead, it's clear that Joe Rogan's Spotify deal is just the beginning. It has set a precedent for future content creators and has shown the power of the podcasting format. What new frontiers will the podcasting world explore next? Only time will tell. Pause 3S. How do you think this deal has shaped the landscape of digital media? What new opportunities do you see arising from this shift? Share your thoughts and join the conversation.